There we go. Now I got sound.
Now we have sound. Now we have sound. I have a message from Colleen. She says, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I could be the Verizon guy, right?
I can hear you. Don't have to see me.
Do we have little sound bars popping up on the camera?
Yeah, I got sound. I'm seeing sound.
But can anybody else have sound? Does anybody else have sound? All good now. Woo, you can hear me now. Okay, everybody. Do we have some eyeballs, London?
We do.
Ay-yai-yai-yai-yai. That's the song of the day, right? Normally I'm singing Mana Mana, but today's song, ay-yai-yai-yai-yai. And you know what I'm talking about if you saw my post about a half an hour ago on Facebook. Okay, first of all, let me step back. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Live from the Crafty Casita. I'm so happy that you're here, that you're joining us. We have a lot of things to talk about today, to share with you today, some answers to questions from last week, all that good stuff. So the song, ay-yai-yai-yai-yai. I posted up sometime. I'm going to jump right in today, I guess. Take a breath, Spalding. Okay. I posted some pictures on the Get Organized Challenge page on Facebook and on the Totally Tiffany page. Ay-yai-yai-yai-yai. Those are pictures of my sister's craft room. She sent them to me. I said to her, I'm going to talk about, for those of you who don't know, if you weren't here last week, I am going on Friday. So before COVID, 2020, April of 2020, my sister's birthday is April 13th. So I shipped a pallet of, she moved into a new house. She has a new craft room. I shipped a pallet of organizing stuff to her. Why are you laughing, London?
Start at the beginning.
I know. So I shipped a pallet of organizing stuff to her husband, and it was going to be a secret. My mom and I were going to show up there on her birthday, big surprise, and spend her birthday weekend with her organizing her new craft room. COVID happened. Merchandise got to her house. My mom and I did not. So then we had to tell her, here's what we wanted to do. As soon as we can travel again, we will be there to do your craft room. So fast forward. We set the date to do her craft room. I'm leaving Friday. And so I said to her this morning, I said, it'd be really fun, some before and after pictures. Can you send me some before and after pictures? I said, how does your room look? Is it good or bad? And she sent me a text message that says, oh, it's bad, exclamation point. And then she sent me a bunch of pictures. I posted all of those pictures on the Totally Tiffany page on Facebook and on the Get Organized Challenge page, and I think on the Scrap Rack page as well. So you can check those pictures out to get them. I couldn't figure out a way to show them while I was here. My thing is going off here. Patricia Cordova Flores says the sneak peek video photos were scary. Yeah, if you didn't see them, they are right on the Facebook page, so check them out. And it was very funny to get those. Her craft room, she is not just a paper crafter, she also sews and does other things, which is going to be really fun. And for those of you who are multi-crafters, which so many of us are, I shouldn't say us, I'm primarily a paper crafter, you'll get to see kind of how we work through that whole process. But I don't know if 3 days is going to be enough time. Sorry, Tisa. But it's going to be fun. And I don't even remember what I shipped to her in terms of products and supplies. So that'll be interesting. She's got some new furniture coming. My mom's going to be there. My mom's a really great artist, and she's going to help get the room painted and decorated. So you're going to see this whole transition from what is there, to what it could be. So my only caveat to the whole thing is she lives in a small town in Northeast Texas. I don't know how good her internet is. So I will be trying to do live so you can kind of see it happening in real time. If I can't do live stuff while I'm there over the weekend, I'll definitely be putting up a lot of pictures. So make sure your notifications are on. I'll also put up some YouTube videos if I can't do live. So if you're not already following me on YouTube, if you go to YouTube, and if Colleen, if you can please post a link to the YouTube channel, that'd be awesome. Go to YouTube and subscribe and hit the little bell. And then whenever I post something over the weekend, you'll get a little notification. So you'll kind of get to see that happening all in real time, or as close to real time as we can do. But it's going to be tons of fun, and you'll be able to ask questions and all that kind of stuff. So either on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever, I'll try to stay tuned into all those things, Instagram even. So again, if you like Instagram, maybe you've never done Instagram, super fun, super easy. Follow on Instagram, and as I post pictures, you can ask questions there too. I'll try to stay really on top of the social media stuff because it's fun to get your questions answered. And it's great for me, as you already know, to hear those questions. So I'm not sure where to start today. I have some super fun news, but I'm not going to tell you right now because I want you to stay with me on the live. I'm going to share that super fun news at the end. So stay tuned. Okay, let's start with questions. Sue Sansucci says, hi, Tiffany. Can you please tell me if your paper storage boxes are acid-free? I'm leery of putting paper in something acidic. Thanks. Yes, they are. So that is one of the requirements of our factories who produce those, that they produce them in acid-free. And I just confirmed this morning, actually, when I got that question, because there have been a lot of transitions and we've changed a lot of things over the last year. And I just wanted to make sure we are still meeting that standard. And we absolutely are. So you can put your paper in the junky paper storage boxes and feel totally confident that they are acid free. Cindy Powers Medea says, that is such an awesome gift for your sister. I have an awesome sister. She totally deserves it. She's the best sister ever. I'm just going to say that. Okay, Corinne Doman says, I just posted a pic in the Get Organized Challenge group of my craft area and the craft and carry workstation. It changed my life. Okay, so that is a great thing to talk about in the moment, the craft and carry workstation, because it is on HSN today in the bundle. So you get the craft and carry workstation. I don't know what you can see on the screen. Can you see these, London, or no? You get the craft and carry workstation, you get the lowest tote, you get a pop-up trash can. Your pop-up trash can is going to be the same color. I have a purple one in here, my pink one's over there. But and you get a 12 by 12 paper handler, which all fit into the lowest tote. So it's a perfectly portable crafting collection. So you could really work a whole project. And again, whether you're traveling, across the country or you're traveling into your dining room, all those pieces together in one tote, do your work, put it all away, stash the project, you're good to go. So if you can buy the craft and carry workstation on our website alone, all by itself, if you don't need all the other pieces, great deal. You get all those pieces on HSN today, I think for like $52. If you bought them all separately, I think it's closer to $75 on our website. But here's the biggest news on HSN today. They have the $5 cart special, $5 shipping. So all your crafting purchases for today, like normally HSN charges per item for shipping, but today all of your craft purchases ship for one flat $5 cart price. I didn't know that. I just logged into HSN this morning to check on something and I saw that as the banner. So if you didn't know that, I know all of us were used to it in the past and then it kind of went away. It's back for today. So if you never shop on HSN or you haven't shopped on HSN, today's a great day to go and check things out there. Don't leave me yet, but $5 cart shipping today, and you can get the craft and carry workstation in the bundle today. They also have the Katie and Kirsten bundle today, and that is an awesome deal as well. Now, when you look at that, you'll see that the two bags are on there, and together they're about the same price as they normally would be. But with the HSN bundle, you're getting extra pockets for both of those bags, an extra set of pockets. Maria Weingart says, I have started my catalog with a Spinder binder. Now I have a scrap rack. Suggestions on leave as is or move to scrap rack? I have my catalog in the center of my scrap rack. I don't know why it's in the center. I guess it's kind of the easiest place. Like I have a double base unit. I keep the catalog in the center because it's just right there. I don't have to pull the binder off the shelf and open it up and go through it. When I use the Spinder binder with mine is if I'm going to take it somewhere. So if one of the beautiful things about having a catalog of all your stamps and punches and dies is that you can take your catalog instead of taking all of your stamps and punches and dies and embossing folders, whatever you've got in the catalog with you to a crafting event. And then you can just say, oh, okay, I made this card or I made this scrapbook layout and I want to add this stamp or I want to add this die or whatever to it. And then you can use your catalog to choose the die or stamp, put a sticky note on your layout. You don't have to haul your inks, your embossing powders, all of those tools, dies, die cutter, all that stuff, but you still have the value of knowing what you have and what size it is that you can use on that layout. So for me, I'm going to leave my catalog on my scrap rack. When I'm working, when I'm at home, I'm going to take my catalog with me, either if I'm shopping or if I'm going to a crafting event and I don't want to haul all my dies, stamps, punches, blah, 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 but I want to get the best use out of those while I'm there. Oop, something happened weird here on my phone. Hang on. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, ask again and I'll be more clear. Ann Farney, Sarah says, ordered my craft and carry today. Yeah, can't wait for them to arrive. You know, the common thing that I get about the craft and carry workstation is this is a game changer or this is a life changer. It does really simplify that process. So I'm so glad that you guys have embraced it and that you like it. I know many of you have multiples of them and you're using them in different places of your houses, of your homes. That makes me very happy that I've come up with something that you really like and that you really find is a solution that is what I love. Like that is what makes my day, right? One of the gals at Crafter's Companion, her name is Sunny, when we were talking about the difference between Totally Tiffany and other crafting brands, Sunny said, which really sort of summed it up, when people come to Totally Tiffany, they're shopping for a solution. They're not looking for something fancy or something fun or whatever. They have a problem and they want to solve it. And I really thought that that works for who we are as a company, because my goal as a product designer is to design products that solve your problem, right? So I'm glad this is one of those things that you guys are really finding as beneficial. Cindy Redmond says, love the workstation combo on HSN today. It's a great value. It's great products that are super useful. Even if you already have a Lowe's tote or a pop-up trash can, being able to keep those all together as a portable crafting bundle is awesome. So they really did a good job putting that together, I think. Hi, Tiffany from Scott, Louisiana. I purchased a craft storage bundle in turquoise. Can't wait to receive it. Woo, woo. It's good. You're going to love it. And I can't wait to hear, for those of you who are new to Totally Tiffany or new to these products, how much you like it. So I'm looking forward to you getting your goodies next week and then telling me about it next Tuesday. Cindy Sutherland. Hi, Cindy. I haven't seen your name pop up in a while. Cindy says, I didn't think I needed a craft and carry workstation until I used one. So excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Lou Jean Barber, I'm excited that the Karen bags will be coming in other colors. Will the Katie and Kirsten bags be included? Woo, woo. Yes. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Stephanie Bernard. Oh, someone asked me last week, I got a message after saying, you keep talking about Stephanie. Who's Stephanie? Stephanie is Stephanie Bernard of the Stamps of Life. You can find her website, thestampsoflife.com. And she does really great dies and stamps and papers and all that kind of stuff. She's like my soul sister, right? We have like two people with one brain. It's she's just, I don't know, and she has the cutest two little twin grandsons. They're adorable. I got to play with them last week when I was in California. It was super fun. Anyway, that's who Stephanie is. So if you're unfamiliar with Stephanie Bernard, the Stamps of Life, please venture over later after today's show and check out her website and say hi. If you sign up for her email or whatever, or join her on Facebook, say hi. Tiffany sent me over to check you out. I know you're going to love her and her brand, but she is adorable as a human being. Okay, so the answer is, we are working right now to get those bags in all three. Well, they're already in black, so pink, purple, and turquoise. And I believe Stephanie's going to be the first one to roll them out. With that said, I also am working with the team at Crafter's Companion to do some bundles on HSN of colored buddy bags as well. And that will be into the future. I'm pretty sure that Stephanie will be the first one to have anything in any color. Well, she already had some in her pink, right? She always has some in Stephanie pink. If you're unfamiliar with the difference, Tiffany pink is bright pink and Stephanie pink is a softer pink. So there's two different shades there of pink. Lois says, I'm going to use my craft and carry workstations to house my medicines and medical papers. Awesome. That's a great use for it and a great way to keep those documents together with your medications. That's a great idea. Rhonda Dorr says, what buddy bag would be good for all my embossing folders and plates? Rhonda, it depends on what size your embossing folders are. And when you're talking about plates, are you talking about the plates for your Gemini machine? Usually there's a Gemini on top of my die file, so it's not there right now. But so it just depends. With the plates, I think those are going to be, if they're 8.5 by 11, I think you're going to be looking at the 8.5 by 11 paper taker, which is designed for 8.5 by 11 paper, but it's going to be perfect for those larger plates as well. And then as far as buddy bags go, if you're using 4 by 6, then that's going to be the Irene buddy bag. If you're using 5 by 7, I think that's probably going to be more of the Sue size buddy bag for embossing folder. So it's going to depend on which size, what size you're using in embossing folders. That brings up something interesting from last week. So last week there was a lot of questions about marker storage, and in particular, Arteza markers kept coming up. I didn't own any of them. So I hopped on my favorite shopping channel, Amazon, who my husband says is going to go out of business if I'm looking, and I got some so that I could answer your questions intelligently about them. They are a little bit too tall so this is the Denise bag, right? This holds the most markers. Denise has 3 sections, 3 boxes inside. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not, but there's 3 individual boxes, and that's why you can put a bunch of markers in there, but they don't spill over, right? So the Arteza markers are just a little bit too tall, I think, for Denise. I'm going to shove these in there. So, and see, like, obviously I can close it because the nice thing about the Artezas too is the way they, let's see, if I make all of it tall around the edges, will I still be able to close it? That's all the markers. I just bought one set of these, but yeah. So the Artezas are a little bit too tall. You can barely get the Velcro on the Denise bag to close up in that bag because they're just a little bit too tall. But I believe that they are going to fit in either the Deborah buddy bag, and this is 12, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This is 12. So in the Deborah bag, you're probably going to get, I'm going to say you're probably going to get about 18 in a Deborah, which is going to be the same number as Terry because they're basically the same size. It's just a height difference. So they will work in either the Terry bag or the Deborah bag. So in the Deborah bag, they come right to the top here of this. You have all this extra space on the top. So if you're mixing them in with other tall markers, they'll be okay in the, hello, my name is Terry, but I think the ideal bag size for them is going to be the Deborah buddy bag. So thank you so much for asking me about those. Now, if you're new and you haven't heard this already, the question people ask about buddy bags and marker storage is, my manufacturer recommends that I store those flat, but your buddy bags are straight up and down. And the solution to that is when you're using your markers, you open up your buddy bag and roll back the flap. If you're using Deborah, now you can work out of that. But when you're storing your markers, you store them flat one of 2 ways, either by tipping it over this way or tipping it over this way, depending on the shelf or the space that you're storing it in. Then they're flat for storage, right? So if you're going to slide it up onto your shelf, now you're going to store them flat this way or this way. So Deborah is probably your best bet for the Arteza markers. Sherry Watkins says, glad to see you today. When will you be on HSN? I'll be on HSN twice. Let me make sure I'm giving you the right hours. In the 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 3 p.m. Pacific hour, and in the 9 p.m. Pacific, which is 11 Eastern. We are going to talk about on HSN the Perfectly Portable Crafting Bundle. Some of you have already purchased. You don't have to wait for me to be on to purchase anything. The pricing is the same all day long. And as I said, it's $5 bundle cart day. So all your crafts are going to ship to you for one flat fee of $5 when you purchase them. And that's only within this 24 hours, right? So, so in that 24-hour period, make sure you're getting everything that you need before the clock strikes midnight Eastern, so that you get that $5 bundle. So we're going to have the Perfectly Portable Crafting Bundle, which I already talked about, Kirsten and Katie buddy bags with the extra pockets, which I mentioned earlier. And then also the die file is available today. So if you have a die file and you have been waiting to get another one, great shipping today and a great price. I think it's $82 today instead of $100. So something like that. There's some, but Colleen is also putting in a link. So every HSN day that the Totally Tiffany brand is on, we're creating this little flip book that shows you all the Totally Tiffany products that are available. If there's a little video that explains them or anything like that. And those are going to link right to HSN so you can get those best values on the day. So look in the feed today for that link. We'll also make sure that it's linked on the Facebook pages and Instagram and everything else today as well. So you can find all those goodies no matter what your social media of choice is. But it's a great way to learn about what we have coming up on HSN and really getting more details. You know, I have such limited time on HSN that we're going to try to always make sure you have a video in advance so you know exactly what we're talking about and what you're getting and all the other features and benefits of products that we don't have time to talk about in the short time that I'm actually on air with HSN. So look for that in the feed, in the link, also on our social media. You'll get that if you're on our email website or email address. What is it called? Email list. You'll get that if you're on the email list as well. Okay, you'll get it in advance. Okay, let's go back to answer some more questions. Catherine Kellogg says, will the vinyl holders be back? Yes, they will. And they'll be back. They're going to be on HSN, I think in September. I think in October. But they're going to be available now in individuals. So you'll get one slider tray, one of the VRO trays, and 6 pockets. One pocket and 6 sleeves. So you no longer used to have to buy 5 trays and 30 sleeves, and I think 6 pockets, like bundles. And now they're all going to be, it's just going to be a small bundle individually so you can get exactly what you need, which brings me into the next question from Christy Guthmiller. And she says she loves the vinyl roll organizers, but what she doesn't like is when she takes one out and the other ones tip over. And her question is, can you make an insert, you meaning me, that goes into the tray that holds each tube individually? There is a product in the marketplace that has a cardboard insert. Here's what happens when you add the insert. So this is 14 rolls of vinyl. Let me backwards up. This is 14 rolls of vinyl. The insert is this big in the box that it comes in, and it only holds 12. So a third more space and a third less rolls. And that is because once you put an insert in, all the space around each circle is wasted space in your container, right? Which for me, left to right, back to front, left to right, back to front, top to bottom, I'm always trying to maximize my space, which is why there is nothing, well, it's one of the reasons there is no divider in there, right, that separates each roll. The other reason is different manufacturers, so scissor rolls are, I'm trying to find something that's Cricut that's not open here. Scissor vinyl rolls are bigger around than Cricut vinyl rolls, which means that if I put a tray around them, it would have to be big enough to hold this. I don't even know if I'm Sizer, maybe whatever that brand is. It would have to be big enough to hold the biggest roll, which means it would make things even bigger and even more wasted space for the smaller rolls. So, however, with all that said, I feel your pain, sister, because that kind of stuff annoys me also. I don't know, when we did the storage and supply, not storage and supply, the stash and store boxes, I put these cardboard dividers in there that were perforated so you could exactly do that, like keep that space. That concept won't work in here because the height of the rolls of vinyl. However, I do have an idea for you. My idea is this. Tell me if you like it. When you get your rolls, they come on cardboard, right? Which you don't really need. Once you take it off, then you just have to roll it back up and put it in the plastic tube. So you don't need the cardboard anymore. So I know this sounds kind of crazy, but just keep a couple of those cardboard rolls, empty cardboard rolls, and it's going to be beneficial in two ways. One, when you pull something out, and everything else tips over, right? You can just slide that in and it'll keep everything nice, neat, and straight when you're moving it around, if it bothers you. And I understand why it does, because that kind of bothers me too. So a little OCD there. The other thing is it's a perfect placeholder. So you have all different types of vinyl, right? And foils and all the other different things that you're storing. And you want to remember that the black, lightweight, iron-on vinyl is where you got that vinyl and where you need to put it back. So if you throw that placeholder in, then you know this is where that belongs when you go to put it away. So you're not going to put your self-adhesive vinyl in the same, slider with your iron-on or your sport vinyl or something like that. That placeholder, that empty tube, is going to be a great way for you to hold the space, hold the place of that item, and then also keep them nice, keep them straight up and down. So if that is something that's bugging you, and I totally get it, it's definitely something on my, like one of the things that I want everything to look nice and neat and tidy all the time. And so when those do tip over, when you pull one out, it doesn't look that way. So there it is. I hope that answers your question and also explains why it doesn't exist. With that said, it would be really easy, I'll tell you right now, to make your own, just a cardboard topper with holes in it, and you could just set it right over that, like cut edges on it, right? And just set it over the top of your box. And as long as it has an edge in the back and an edge on the front, it's not going to go, and on the sides, obviously, this way, it's not going to go anywhere. Right? It's not going to slide off. You can even tape it down, I guess, if you want, with some of your beautiful washi tape. And it'd be super easy to do, even with like a punch, if you had the right size round punch or circle cutter. Sorry. But it would be pretty easy to do. Maybe I'll come up with a pattern for that. That's a good, and then I could put it up. I don't have a pen with me today. Oh, here we go, right here. Maybe I'll try to devise a pattern. Do you guys think I'm a nut? I'm just on here like answering a question, and then all of a sudden it's turning into some other product. Okay, pattern for circle on BRO. Okay, sorry. My phone has been going off here. Okay, let's see. Sherry Watkins, glad to see you. I answered that question. Shar Stanley, hi Shar. Waiting patiently, not really, for my turquoise crafting carry workstation. This is my second one. Woo woo! Yay! You're gonna love it. I mean, you already know. It's your second one, so you already know you're gonna love it. Denise Adler says, received my crafting carry last week. Can't wait to use it at a crop. D. Allen says, when are more Kirsten and Katie bags coming to the Stamps of Life? They're on order. I'm not exactly sure. I will see if I can't. Sorry. Get you some more information, and we'll get it out on social. Gail Brooks says, I'm a scrapbooker, not a card maker. Which bag would be best to store tools, scissors, Cricut accessories, tape runners, etc.? there's a couple of different options. The storage and supply cases are great for all kinds of things like that, like scissors and that kind of thing. The 2-drawer, this is a 2-drawer, well, this is a better example of one that has some tools in it. So if you want to put them in a bag, this is going to hold scissors better because it's longer than like the buddy bags would be. Now, the Edna buddy bag seals up at the end and is long, so she's great for tools as well. So either the 2-drawer storage and supply case or the Edna buddy bag, either one of those is going to be great for tools. Edna is also going to hold tape runners, but I would take a look at the storage and supply cases as well. Okay, I wasn't going to tell you guys this right early. I was going to make you wait till the very end. But the 4-drawer storage and supply case, which is great for smaller tools, for punches, for tape runners, for adhesives, all that kind of thing. So today, and today only, it is $10 Tuesday on Crafter's Companion Totally Tiffany website, which means there are 3 items that are just $10 today. This is normally either $15.99 or $16.99. It is $10 today. Well, supplies last. I don't know how much is in inventory today. And if you just go to the On Specials tab on the Totally Tiffany website, when you go to Totally Tiffany, the bar across the top, the menu bar, click on Specials, it will be there. This is only $10 today. So if you love these storage and supply cases and you need more, the 4-drawer is $10 today. So I think I have a 4-drawer actually. And oh yeah, here. So this is just loaded up with punches, right? You've got the 4 separate sections there. This one is loaded up with, all the bits and pieces, the tools for my We Are Memory Keepers button press. So I've got the medium and the small, and then I have the large. So if you have a button press, this is the 2-drawer. So these are the large accessories and tools for the large button press, and then medium and small in the 4-drawer. So super handy, very versatile, and today for, it's a 24-hour deal, $10 Tuesday. We have that. I'll tell you what else we have. We have the 9x11. So a lot of you have the 9x11 rotating design board. The 9x11 magnetic design mat and magnetic ruler are available on $10 Tuesday also. So if you haven't had a chance to pick that up, again, that's $14.99. So you're saving $5 on that. It's quite the savings. And then last but not least, in the $10 Tuesday, is the very popular and long-time member of the Totally Tiffany product line, the double-sided store and go bag. So this one is loaded up with stamps. If you're unfamiliar with the double-sided bag or the store and go bags in general, what makes them unique is this slide out tray. So your stamps, if you put all your stamps into a regular vinyl bag, they would all just drop to the bottom of the bag and you would have a big bunch of stamps piled up in a bulky bag. The trays in this bag are what make it unique. And then, so you can see I've got uppercase, lowercase, and number woodblock stamps in here. So Whimsical Alphabet, it's called. I have all 3 sets of Whimsical Alphabet in one place. I can see it, I can get to it. And when I'm going to use it, I can pull out the whole tray, set it on my workspace, use those alphabet stamps that I want to work with, and then slide it back in. Now, the other thing that I've done in here is I have made a photocopy, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera, of how these are all laid out in the tray. Right. So when I take them out, it's not such a big deal with alphabets, but with like with the other set of stamps, it's almost like a game of Tetris, putting them back in. So once you get your tray full, take a photocopy of how everything is in that tray, and then put it in the bottom of the tray. And as you move things out, you will be able to put them back in the same way. So one other little thing about these, they are 8.5 by 11 interior trays, which means if you want to print labels just off your printer, you can do that in landscape on your regular printer. But anything that you fit into a landscape 1-inch space is going to work to slide into that tray to label it. So also, this is also, I think, $15.99, so $16, $10 today for that 24-hour sale. So if you need store and go bags or the 4-drawer storage and supply case, today is the day to pick that up. Now, you may already have some of the other storage and supply cases, and remember, you can mix and match the drawers in them. So you can put 1 single drawer and a 2-drawer, or 3 drawers and a 2-drawer and a 1-drawer. Yes, London?
We had a question, something about a 5-pound challenge.
Oh, the 5-pound challenge. For those of you who are in the UK, you probably think that has to do with money, but it's a weight loss thing. But it's not, it's happening on Life in the Wick. So for those of you who don't know, I have a new sort of lifestyle, it's just a fun blog. It's not a sales blog or a product blog or anything like that. It's just fun, empty nest to final rest. But we are starting next week a 5-pound challenge. So one of the things with the Get Organized Challenge was the structure of the Get Organized Challenge. I'm always talking about how those ideas can work in other places in your life. And one of my girlfriends was telling me that she needed to lose some weight. And I thought I also could stand to lose some weight. And so I thought, why not do a 5-pound challenge where if you can lose 5 pounds, you can lose 10. If you can lose 10, you can lose 15. So it doesn't matter if you need to lose 2 pounds or 102 pounds. The 5-pound challenge is just about getting there, like how to mentally get yourself there and what steps to take. And we're going to do it all together. If you want to be part of it or you want to learn more about it, just go to the Life in the Wick blog and sign up for the email list. And I'm going to put an email out about it later this week. So you'll know. I'm not doing it this week because I'm going to be at my sister's house and it's going to take a little focus, but that's it. I can talk more about that at the end, or you can ask me questions through the Life in the Wick blog, Life in the Wick. I live in Wickenburg, so W-I-C-K, that's what it is. Sorry. All right, I digress. Okay, let's go back. Oh, there's my sister calling me right now. She doesn't know it's Tuesday Live. Lynn Binder, I have no idea how to say your last name. Richegel. Hi, I'm watching from my camping site. Woo woo. Hey, I'm so glad you're watching from camping. I love camping. I've done a few broadcasts from camping, as you probably already know. So I hope you're having a great time. Where are you? What are you seeing? What's the weather like? Give us the update on camping today. Anita Gaffney says, I went dog sitting this weekend and it was so easy to pick up and take my craft and carry workstation. Thank you. That is one of the joys of the Craft and Carry workstation. You've got your whole project all organized. It doesn't matter where you are, boom, you're ready to go. Your workspace is clean. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that little adventure, Anita. Love it, love it, love it. Clarice Trudell says, hi, Tiffany. First time commenting on your show here. I bought 5 of the bundles on HSN, a couple of them for grandkids. Love your products and your shows. Clarice, I think you might be the big winner today. Yay. Thanks for commenting. But this is a perfect thing you're right, for grandkids. If you have kids that visit you and you need to put their things away, but have them available when they come back, this is perfect. They have their workstation, they have their paper holder, they have it all in a neat bag, they have their little trash can. It's their own thing. And kids love having their own thing anyway, right? They love having their own little stuff all in their own bag. So they're going to absolutely love it. And thank you for supporting our brand and purchasing those for yourself and your grandkids. That's awesome. I love it. Please take a picture when you're crafting with your grandkids and their little bundles. I would absolutely love to see that. And sometimes I don't see everything on Facebook because the algorithm, right? You don't actually get to see everything. So if you do take a picture crafting with your grandkids, can you be sure and send it to customer service at totally-tiffany.com, because I would love to see that and I don't want to miss it on Facebook. That would be awesome. And we can make sure it gets shared on Facebook too. Everyone wants to see how things are getting used. All right. Okay. Carlotta Ewig, I use an empty paper towel roll to hold my space. See, Carlotta's already on it. Way to go, Carlotta. So it sounds like it's a workable solution. Already in use. Love it, love it, love it. Diane Meinhardt, ordered my bundle today. Can't wait to get it. If you haven't commented yet, remember the way to win the gift certificate every week is to comment, and then Colleen will throw your name into the hat and we pick a winner before the end of the show. So if you haven't commented, tell us who you are, where you're from. Maybe it's your first time watching. Maybe it's your 100th time watching. Maybe you have a favorite Totally Tiffany product. Share any of that with us. We'd love to hear from you.
Just want to give a shout out to the great Aunt Tisa, who is in the chat now.
Oh, T-Gat, the great Aunt Tisa, my sister Tisa, now has joined the Tuesday Live. Hi, Tisa. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. That's going to be so fun. I shared your pictures. Tisa, the theme today which you missed because you weren't here on Totally Tiffany, is yai-yai, right? And that was my reaction to your pictures. I know for those of you who think that my sister might be sad that I said that, she won't be. She's laughing right now. I know her. Like, she is the one who said, oh, they're bad. That was awesome. Totally made me laugh this morning. Okay. So welcome, Tisa. Now, London said a shout out to the great Aunt Tisa. London and Max, my sister lived near us, and so she was very much a part of their lives growing up. And they used to call her T-Gat, the great Aunt Tisa, because she always had fun things to do, whether it was fishing or sewing or crafting or cooking or hanging out at the beach. She always was doing fun things with those guys. They were blessed to have her as part of their lives growing up. Her and her husband, Ron, both of them awesome aunt and uncle. Okay, Kim Nesbitt Edwardson says, I would like to know what you suggest to store small rolls of foil. Woo woo, small rolls of foil. Oh, my foily friends. My foiling friends. Okay, so this is the 2 drawer. I've got all of my, these guys. What are they? Foil quills in here. These are the small rolls of foil that come in the tubes. But if they don't come in the tubes, and I have a lot of them that didn't come in the tubes, these are the 8x5 pockets with the flap. I like them with the flap because foil is slippery. So I've got the small rolls in there. And then if you have scraps of paper or scraps of foil, you can put those in a pocket as well and keep them nice and flat. So here I just have these so this one has gold rolls and gold flat sheets of foil as well. So they work really well in here. They're very protective. The foil's protected. The foil's a little bit delicate, but it also gives you a place to store your scraps or your flat foils as well. So this is the 2-drawer storage and supply case with the 8x5 tabbed divider pockets that have a flap. Now, you can also store those small rolls in a pocket like that. And if you have, let's see if I have any in here actually. So I don't have a pocket in here. So this is the vinyl roll tray. These are the big rolls of foil. But if I had those little pockets also for the small rolls of foil, I could just stand them up in here as well. And then I'd have all my foiling stuff together in one bundle. So depending on what you have, how much of it you have, protect your small rolls of foil in one of those pockets, and then either here or in the 2-drawer storage and supply case. Now, the foil, like we talked about earlier, the vinyl roll organizer trays are not in stock at the moment. They are on their way back. So if you are waiting to get that foil or vinyl organized, it won't be long before those are back in stock. And when they're coming back in stock, we'll do a Wibby Sibby win it before you can buy it, because technically it's a new package the way they're bundled together. So watch for that to be happening as soon as we have those. Now, a lot of times I do know there's going to be a win it before you can buy it, I think on the 27th of this month. Woo! And another one like 2 weeks later. So you definitely want to tune in for that. Plus, I've got a sneak peek on a super cool new product that's coming out in September, and that'll be probably the first show in August. I'll have that to do. So it's going to be very cool. I'm super excited about it. Really excited about it. Okay. I know I get excited about everything. You guys are like, that's not a big deal, Tiff. You're excited about everything. Okay. Corinne Doman says, do you ever have time for actual crafting? Here's what I got a new Cricut maker last week. So I was able to do some fun things with that. But I've been asked this before. I'm going to share something with you that my good friend Karen Slusher, who used to work with me at Totally Tiffany, said to me when she first started working for me. She was telling me about doing going to some crafting group that she belonged to. And I said, oh, I wish I had time for that. And she looked at me from her desk and she said, now keep in mind at the time I was her boss. And she looked up at me and she goes, You know what, Tiffany? We all have the same amount of time. It's just how you choose to spend it. And you don't know how many times, that is the truest statement about time management ever. We all have exactly the same amount of time. And it was Karen saying that to me that really made me realize and made me consciously think about, from that moment forward, how am I spending my time? Am I wasting my time? Am I spending my time, or am I investing my time? Now, at any point in life, you may be doing any of those things, and you should be, right? There's times in life when we just need to waste time. You're just hanging out by the pool, not really doing anything. You're not being productive. Are you spending your time? That means, have you made a conscious choice for what you're doing and you're spending your time doing that? Are you investing your time? Is what you're doing right now moving something else forward? Like, I think about that as goal setting. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent here. You can see why I need the Life in the Wick blog, right? So I can talk about this kind of thing when we're not talking about crafting. Okay, so, but that was a wake-up call for me, and realizing, you know what, if I want to craft or I want to do something fun, I have to choose to fit that into my life. So I do work a lot. I love working. I love it. Okay, it's a joy for me. There's that saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That is exactly true for me. However, I also love crafting. So my mom and I started a crafting group that would put me in a position where I had dedicated crafting time. And it really has been the thing that has gotten me motivated and inspired to actually do something, and more than just do things, learn things. So we try to do something different every month. So I'm learning something new every month. My mom's a master crafter, if you don't already know her. If you haven't, she's been here a couple times for lives. But she does everything, and anything she doesn't do, she's not afraid to jump in and get messy and figure it out. So she and I started this crafting group here in Wickenburg. It's called the Sassy Crafters Club. And every month we try to do something and learn something new. And that sort of forces me to get in that crafting mindset and learn something new. And also I have recently, as I said, I bought the Cricut Maker, and I'm helping my son do some things with the Cricut that are crafty also. So those kind of things kind of keep me on track. And I'm just rambling on here. I am in love with cactus. I love them. I never thought I would. I've become, my husband calls me the cactus queen. I love them. And so I've started scrapbooking about my garden. It's so crazy. It is the craziest thing. I talk to them. It's crazy. Also, that's also going to be a component to the Life in the Wick blog. So if you have some desire to learn about cactus or watch my cactus grow, that is all going to be part of what's happening over in Life in the Wick. So, but those are, yes, I find time for crafting. And if you are someone, I guess my bottom line here is, if you are someone who wants to craft and you're constantly telling yourself, I don't have time to do that, make time, choose time to do that over something else, right? So, and you will, and you'll love it, and you'll be so happy that you did it. So I don't have I don't choose to spend a lot of my time crafting, but the time that I set aside to craft, I actually get something done and really, really enjoy it. So sorry, that was really a long answer to that question. Let's see. We have so many questions today. Maureen Adams Talley says, I look forward to Tuesdays, not only because it's my day off, because it is also Totally Tiffany Live. Woo! You inspire me to get my craft room organized. Love your products. Thank you so much. Sarah Schrader says, boy, do I ever need the 5-pound challenge. So glad you're doing this. You know what's important about, here I am on a little tangent again. I think the reason the Get Organized Challenge is so successful, and if you haven't taken the Get Organized Challenge, or you don't know what it is, you can go to the Totally Tiffany website and click on Get Organized Challenge and sign up. We'll do it again in January. The reason it's successful is because we take this big, overwhelming goal, organizing our craft rooms. We break it down into smaller goals, smaller things that are achievable, and we focus on getting something done, we don't focus on getting everything done. And hopefully that is going to be the net result for the 5-pound challenge also. We just need to get this little thing done, this one little thing. And once we do that one little thing, we can do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. This is an idea that my husband also was sort of a catalyst for, not the 5-pound challenge, but for those of you who don't know, my husband is a super outdoorsy guy. He's been athletic his whole life. And years ago, he got on a plane in Portland, Oregon with a bicycle, flew to Baltimore, Maryland, got off the plane, got his bike, put it all back together, got on the bike, didn't stay in Baltimore at all, got on the bike.
Asked the security guard which way was west.
Right, he asked the security guard at the Baltimore airport the fastest way to head west, got on the bike and started pedaling back to Portland. And people say to him all the time, oh my gosh, that is amazing. How did you do that? And he says to them, if you can ride your bike up to the next corner, you can ride across the country. You just have to go from this corner to the next corner to the next corner. And that's true for everything, right? It's kind of what we do in the Get Organized Challenge. It's what we'll do in the 5-Pound Challenge. So there we go, my little tangent again about that. But it is, some people regularly ask him that. And he's like, if you can ride your bike across the street, you can ride your bike across the country. It's just, you just keep pedaling. So, all right, blah, 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 sorry. Tiffany Martinez, love your name, Tiffany, bought a couple of bundles on HSN. It's a great deal. It is a great value. This might be a good time to get some Christmas shopping out of the way as well. Remember, you're getting 4 products in there. So whether you keep that bundled together and give it to your crafty friends or your kids or grandkids as Christmas gifts, it could be a great way to even break up the bundle and give it to the people that you need, depending on what they need. Anita Gaffney, I'm going to be looking at ordering the bundle. Now my grandchildren have just left. Decided one craft and carry workstation is just not enough. It's not. I mean, look at I like have 5 of them just all around my office for different things. Linda Boyd, love watching you and all the sneak previews. Ordering the craft storage bundle. My room is white, pink, and black. Woo woo. Wanted my bundle in pink, but your pink is different. Have Stephanie's pink, and I already have several of your items I got from her. So anyway, I had to get my set in purple. That's good. It'll pop out.
It's funny that you think you only have 5 craft and carry workstations around here.
I know. London's like counting. He's going around counting. But they work great. So each project has its own craft and carry workstation. And I mean, I work on, I'm sorry, what time is it? Am I just blathering on today?
9:52.
Okay, so I haven't even answered all the questions that were on Facebook yet. So one of the really frustrating things about what I do is that I cannot by myself take a project from start to finish, right? I have to do my piece of it and then set it aside, and then I wait for whether it's a factory or whether it's marketing or whatever it is, whatever other department has to do their thing. And then they come back to me, and then I'll go get that project back off the shelf, make whatever changes, do whatever work I need to do, send on the next thing, and I put it away. And it's one of the things that's really frustrating for me because I would love to just be able to start a product and finish it all in a day, right? Here's what the packaging looks like. Here's how big it is. Here's how we're going to make it. It just doesn't work that way. So the craft and carry workstation has been a lifesaver for me in particular on that front. I am able to put notes, paperwork, samples, everything that I need. Like a lot of the products that I design work around a specific product size, whether it's an ink pad or a tool or whatever. And then I can have those tools in there as well. So every time I need to go back to that product, those samples, that product, they're all in there. It's a great, sorry, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean to be tooting my own horn. It's just amazing what a silly thing this is to have such an impact, a functional impact in my day-to-day life. So Linda got hers in purple. She's at about 30 purple boxes on my shelf from Crafter's Companion. So all will go together. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Linda. Burke Buns says, hello from San Diego. I didn't know Totally Tiffany had lives on Tuesdays. This is my first time here. Love your product. Welcome. I'm so glad that you found us. I grew up in San Diego. So welcome from sunny San Diego. We're glad you're here. Kelly's Creative Dream says, Tiffany, I met you years ago in Chicago. Knew then I wanted a scrap rack. Was first thing I budgeted into my studio build. Bop, bop. Live in Southeast Missouri and still can't get my scrap rack right. LOL, but it's usable. It's a work in progress. Keep that in mind. As you keep working with it, as you keep organizing it, as new things come in and old things go out. But the thing about it is, it's not glamorous, but it is, like you say, it's usable. It's functional. You're going to get your products in. You're going to get them out. You're going to see them. You're going to use them. That's really the key to it. Julie En Mapu Toteligisi. Sorry, I'm sure I massacred that. I make ribbon lays and I hate throwing, my screen changed. And I hate throwing away yardage of ribbon that I can't use on a lay. So what is your suggestion for storing small yardage of ribbon? How small of a yardage is it? You know what I would do? I would take a piece of heavy card, like chipboard. So if you've just got, 8 inches, I don't know what your normal size is. If your leftover size is like 6 inches or 8 inches or 10 inches or 12 inches, get a card. If you're using a scrap rack, that's going to be easy because you're going to cut the card to fit in a pocket and you're going to say, this is all my scraps of pink ribbon. Just wrap them around that card and put them into your scrap rack. If you're not using a scrap rack, maybe you're going to use an 11-inch card and you're going to just wrap all the pinks or all the reds around one card and put it into something like an Edna bag where you might have 3 or 4 or 5 of those cards in rainbow. I'm assuming mostly rainbow. You may have some themes with your lays as well. And then you can just see them and you can see all the colors that you have. Put it in that rainbow order and it'll be really easy and stored on the shelf. So whether you're sliding it into a scrap rack page, wrapped around a piece of, and when I say card, I'm talking about like a chipboard. Like London, is that a piece of chipboard? Oh, see that little Stephanie Bernard 6x6? I just need one of those with the chipboard back on it. Yeah. Hand that up here. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so when I say chipboard, so this is the back of a 6x6 paper pad. So you need something heavy duty. So this is Stephanie Bernard Stamps of Life. But after the paper's gone, you've got this nice piece of chipboard. You can use this, cut it in half if you're using short wraps of it, but something like this on the back of a 12x12 paper pad, they're there as well, but they're heavy enough that you can wrap things around without it bending, and then you can line them up. So whether you're using something small, which I'm assuming you're going to do because you don't really want to use 12x12 because your yardage is short, cut it into a long strip and wrap it around by color or by theme. Put it in your lowest in a bag or Merle bag, and you'll be able to see it and you'll be able to use it. And that is really the key. I hope that helps and I hope it makes sense. Lynn Binder. Hi, Tiffany. Thanks for saying hi. We're camping in Newport, Washington this week. They're having high heat advisory. So we have 96 degrees up over the next few days. Normally in early July, it's in the upper 70s, 80s. We will be kayaking today. All the best to everyone there. I hope it's beautiful. I'm sure it is beautiful. Summers in the Northwest are amazing. Kayaking is perfect, but it is extremely warm up there. My son and I were just talking about that. They've had a couple of weeks of really warm weather. So staying cool in your kayak sounds not only beautiful, but also very comfortable. So hope you have a great time. Susan Sheely Kuntz says, loving this show. Perfect timing on the 5-pound challenge as I had started my diet this week. You're on it, sister. All right. What else do I need to talk about here? Vinyl rolls, we talked about. Paper storage boxes, we talked about. Christy Guthmiller has a second question. When are the 12x12 magnetic boards coming back in stock? Big mistake not buying them when they came out. I don't have a return date for the 12x12 on our website, but it is available on HSN right now. It's actually 2. You get 2 of the 12x12s, which means you can put them together and do a double page layout. So their bundle on HSN has 2. I think that Colleen has the link and she was going to throw that up. If you go to HSN and just search Totally-Tiffany, it'll bring up Totally Tiffany and click on it. It'll show everything for the brand that they have in stock right now. And that 12x12 with the rulers is in the Totally Tiffany brand on HSN. So if you don't need 2 of them, maybe you have a crafty friend who wants one because you're getting $5 cart today. $5 shipping, all your crafting things. It is a perfect day to be shopping on HSN. And if you have never shopped on HSN during craft day, it is tons of fun, tons of great demos. Really, it's just a great all around day to be watching HSN. So especially if you're somewhere with a high heat advisory and you're trying not to be outside in that high heat. So stay cool.
Speaking of HSN, what time are we on today?
We are on HSN today in the 6 p.m. Eastern hour, 3 p.m. Pacific. And in the 11 p.m. Eastern hour, which I said earlier was 9 p.m. Pacific, but that is wrong. That is in the 8 p.m. Pacific. So we'll be talking about the perfectly portable craft room bundle, which is going to be the lowest tote, the craft and carry workstation, the pop-up trash can, and the 12 by 12 paper handler. We'll be talking about the die file and getting your dies organized at home. And we will also be talking about the Katie and Kirsten bundle, if it's still available. If you're looking for Katie and Kirsten, I don't think they're available anywhere else right now. HSN has a bundle, 1 Katie, 1 Kirsten. With each one is going to have 10 pockets. So you get an extra set of 5 pockets of tab divider pockets for each of those with that HSN bundle today. And of course, you get that amazing cart price. Okay. So the other thing that came up in my meeting, and I'm going to wrap up here in a minute. So if you haven't commented, now's the time to do so. If you want to get in the drawing, a lot of times Crafters Companion has really great Crafters Companion products, and they're bundling them with Totally Tiffany organizers. So they might have a 12 by 12 paper bundle, and they've bundled it with a paper handle, or they've bundled it with the Lisa Buddy Bag, which is finally back in stock. So if you've been waiting for that, that is available on the Tiffany website as well. And we never knew about it on the TT website. I always know what's on special on Crafters Companion, but it wasn't on the TT website as well. Well, we are going to start, and then people would say, why can't I find this on TT? We are going to start putting it on the on special page on the Totally Tiffany website as well. So sort of one-stop shopping. If you're looking for what's on special, that includes Totally Tiffany at Crafters Companion, you're going to be able to find it just by clicking the on special tab on the Totally Tiffany site. So going forward, watch for that, because they just had an incredible deal with 2 paper pads and the Lisa tote bag, and the whole thing was 30% off. So it was a great deal all around on that. So keep your eye on that. Reminder, so $10 Tuesday is it today. Click on the on special tab. That is the 9x11 magnetic tool set for your rotating design board. Doesn't come with the rotating design board, but works on the rotating design board. Normally $14.99, $10. The storage and supply case 4-drawer. Normally, I think it's normally $15.99, might be $16.99, $10 today. And then last but not least, the double-sided store and go bag. Normally $15, $15.99, I think, on special day for $10 as well. So don't miss out on that. HSN, do not miss out on the $5 shipping cart. We all love cheap or free shipping, and that is what's happening today on HSN. Okay, so let's see. I heard my thing go. Ready? Are you ready for a drum roll? This week's winner, woo woo, Lynn Binder. I know. Rachigel, I don't know how to say your name, but Lynn, it was a big winning day for you. You are outside kayaking, enjoying the sun, and also won a gift certificate on the Totally Tiffany website. So if you can please reach out to prizes@crafterscompanion.com and say, I'm the winner from Totally Tiffany. They will connect all the dots and get you your gift card so you can choose what you need to get and stay organized. Okay, everybody. Whew, I'm going to feel like I'm going to be talking all day long today. Thanks so much for tuning in to Tuesday Live from the Crafty Casita. I'll see some of you over on Life in the Wick for that 5-pound challenge. And yeah, lots of exciting stuff. See you on HSN. And then definitely, if you're not following on YouTube or one of the social media channels, follow and set the notifications, because this weekend, hanging out with T-Gat, the great Aunt Tisa, redoing my sister's craft room is going to be tons of fun. You're going to get tons of ideas, and you're going to see a really great before and after story, I hope. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you next Tuesday.